Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Demi and I'm back with another video. And in today's video, we'll be talking about how Dejounte Murray went from a role player to an all-star guard in today's video. So if you are new, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe when I start this video for today's segment. Dejounte Murray is a player for the Atlanta Hawks who has turned up the heat as of late. As for Dejounte Murray, he really got all of his wishes in playing alongside Trae Young, who he played with in the NBA All-Star game a couple years ago, and the duo now has came to reality. I just watched Dejounte Murray on the All the Smoke podcast, and his personality shows he's a very laid-back player, he's a very laid-back person, and he made all the changes in his life he could do to better himself. And also, he's shown as a player himself, he's a player that the Hawks could ask for. Dejounte Murray is a very good person inside and out, and I think he has a very good upbringing personality. I'm very surprised how throughout all the issues and tragic problems he came in his life, I'm very surprised of how he overcame all the issues in his life into now becoming an NBA almost superstar or even an all-star, and with playing alongside a good guard in Trae Young. As for his time now in Atlanta, if it wasn't for the mentorship of Jamal Crawford, Dejounte Murray would not have gotten to where he is now as a basketball player. Dejounte Murray is a very good and different NBA player, and he's a very strong-minded person. He is a shoe member of the New Balance company, like his former teammate Kawhi Leonard himself. I would say he brings similar upbringing to Kawhi Leonard, as though they're not from the same background, as he's quiet and he has the same family morals as anybody else, and he doesn't really talk to anybody. For Dejounte Murray, he came out of college from Washington State, as for 3 years later, after having 20 points a game, 5.9 rebounds and 4 assists during his time in college. Dejounte Murray was from Seattle himself, as for them not having a basketball team ever since the Seattle Supersonics departed back in the days. Dejounte Murray came from a confusing life as an NBA player, as he was causing trouble outside of basketball, as he was labeled as almost a gang member on the streets. But for Dejounte Murray, he was causing havoc at an early age, but he really put that aside to immediately focus on his love and passion for basketball, which makes sense for all the troubles he'd done in his life. And Jamal Crawford, as basically an NBA veteran and a legend, was a true mentor to him, as for him going to the same high school as Dejounte. He basically changed his life for him for the better and made him a better individual and a basketball player on and off the court. Then for Dejounte Murray, after being rumored to be a top 10 to 15 pick, he was elected at the end of the first round by the San Antonio Spurs with the 29th pick in the first round in the NBA draft, as this was in 2016 when Murray got drafted into the NBA. Dejounte Murray is now in his 6th season in the NBA, and his resume says it all, as for him making his first All-Star games a couple years ago, and for being a replacement player in the All-Star game last year, and he led the league in steals at that time. After Dejounte Murray, after he got drafted by San Antonio, he played for the San Antonio Spurs in the Summer League, and then was sent down to the G League multiple times. With a promising future ahead, he would go back and forth from the Spurs to the Development League at the same time to get some extra reps, and to basically just better himself as a player. For Dejounte Murray, in his rookie season, he gave you some good performances. On January 19th, scored 24 points in a win over the Denver Nuggets. Then later on in the 2017 playoffs, Dejounte Murray got a chance where he started at point guard, and he played for the Spurs and the Rockets series in the second round, and he played alongside Kawhi Leonard in basically the starting lineup, who he loved to play with.
So for Kawhi, it was like he's really part of the reason why I made that defensive team my second year. He came to me, he's like, bro, don't worry about trying to get 15, 20 points. He's like, go make the all-defensive team. He told me that year 2, training camp. He's like, go make the all-defensive team. I guarantee you, if you make that,
you good.
Now you get on the court. Like you said, defense gets you on the court.
Although he scored only 2 points, he led the Spurs to basically a 2-1 series lead later in the series. Then later on in Game 6, Dejounte Murray gave the Spurs a victory, as he had an outbreak and had a double-double in a playoff game, as he gave 11 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, as he became the 4th Spurs player in the team's history to record a double-double, and joining David Robinson and other Spurs players and other greats to do this. As for the Spurs, basically team culture and history. Then later on that year, the Spurs lost in the Western Conference Finals to the Golden State Warriors as Kawhi was injured, and after this, Dejounte Murray used his playoff reps and experience to help him earn an all-defensive selection the next season in the 2017-2018 season. As for Dejounte Murray, he's the youngest player to win this award and to do it in his team's franchise. First season opener, Dejounte Murray had an impressive outing as he gave you 16 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists, which is a good outing versus the Minnesota Timberwolves on opening night. In this season, Dejounte Murray achieved many records in every stat category for his franchise, which was very special for the organization. 3 of 3 from the 3-point line in a playoff game versus the Warriors in the first round, and Dejounte had a successful season as he averaged close to 10 points per game, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds a night. Then at the beginning of the 2018 to 2019 season, Dejounte Murray then torn his ACL in his knee, and he had a long road back and he missed basketball for quite some time. As for the whole 2018 and 2019 season, he basically tore his ACL in the preseason, but he had a bright and promising future ahead of him. When he fully recovered in October 2019, he got a $7 million contract extension from the San Antonio Spurs with incentives in the deal. Then next season, the 2020 to 2021 season, Dejounte Murray had multiple triple-doubles, and he would do this on December 16th, where he got his first triple-double against the Raptors, where he gave 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in the Spurs win. And February 8th in 2021, he gave you 27 points, 10 rebounds, and a career-high 8 steals in the Spurs win against the Warriors, as that was almost a near triple-double. And for all of Dejounte Murray's stats on the court, he was on the verge of becoming an all-star, and then his wish became true as he became an all-star last season, and he replaced Draymond Green as for him being an injury replacement and getting a call-up from Adam Silver. Dejounte Murray had a very good season and he almost won Most Improved Player as he was behind John Morant as for that award race. And for the season, and for 2020 to 2021 season, he gave you averages of 20 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and 2 steals a night. Then later on, in the 2021-2022 season, at the beginning of the offseason, Dejounte Murray got traded to the Hawks in the offseason as they need another guard to play alongside Trae Young as they lost to the Cavaliers in the play-in tournament. But as for right now, this move has been pretty well for Dejounte, and he's playing very well for the Atlanta Hawks. And with Trae Young basically struggling right now, I think he'll basically help them out and lead the Hawks to the playoffs, and it'll help Trae Young get back to regular self without a doubt. But for Dejounte Murray, he saw the Hawks as a fit, and it's truly working, and we're now seeing it come to reality.
They asked me, teams that I like to play for, and, Atlanta was a team, not only, because of Trae Young, but just, the culture, our people's out here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I love it. We played there last year. Before the All-Star game, we came here and played, and I just felt the vibe. I felt the atmosphere, and it was something I want to be a part of.
And Dejounte Murray said he felt free leaving the San Antonio Spurs. As for all the situations the San Antonio Spurs put him into, this basically made what's best for him, and he learned a lot from the Spurs organization after playing alongside players like Kawhi Leonard, Coach Pop, and many more players with basically high playing experiences in the NBA. But if you watch All the Smoke podcast, he said the truth and the problem with the Spurs teammates, and many more. I'm not going to run through that because it might make this video longer, but that's the story of Dejounte Murray and how he rose from a bench player into now all-star guard, into almost an emerging superstar. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and it's your boy Dejoutne, and I'm out, man. I hope you all have a great blessed day, and make sure you all like and subscribe, and I'm out, man. Peace.
Thank you more than right.
89-88. Down the